So back on my theme of pumpkins, I've been processing pumpkins. We've processed the puree, and now we're getting ready to use some. And one of the favorite ways I like to use pumpkins is make a pumpkin pie. I've been making this pie for I'm guessing 25 years maybe. Uh, the recipe comes out of the Bellsouth, I think it's Calling All Cooks cookbook. This is how you know you got a good cookbook when the cover looks like this. This is like page 5 or something. And so we've used this cookbook so much that front cover is torn off of it. The recipe is credited to MC Arndt from the Birmingham South Council from Bellsouth. And so this particular pie recipe, I'm more of a pie person than I'm a cake person. And a lot of pumpkin pies you see are real bright orange, sort of gelatine like, or at least that's the way I see them when I look at them. This one is not. It's sort of airy, and it's brown when it's ready to eat. So I'm gonna show you how I make pumpkin pies. I do this every year. Probably gonna do it about 3 times this year. So I've got my mise en place here, and I'm gonna mix it all up. You got your sugar. I'll try to put the recipe in the description of the video. This is a mix of all your spices. I've got salt, cinnamon, ginger, nutmeg, and cloves, and that goes in. And then the pumpkin. This is a fresh pumpkin puree. I think I pureed this up yesterday, and so it's just been sitting in the refrigerator waiting for me to use it because I knew I was going to need to make some pumpkin pies. So got that in there. I'll mix all that up together in this bowl. I get it all mixed together, and then I need to add some beaten egg yolks. So this recipe calls for eggs to be divided, and so these are the egg yolks I've beaten, and the egg whites I've mixed them till soft peaks are formed, and so we'll fold those in the mixture in a little bit. But here's the egg yolks going in. Mix those in a bit, and then we add 2 cups of sour cream. Two cups of sour cream there. Mix that in. A lot of times I'll use the stand mixer to do this. Today, for some reason, I chose not to. But we'll get this mixed in here. So I got my sour cream mixed in, and that's where we come to folding in the egg whites. And so a fold is really you want to add airiness, so you took the time to beat the egg whites till soft peaks are formed, but you don't want to kill that airiness. Let me get a whisk right here and try to take down a little bit of the solids out of that sour cream before we get those egg whites in. There we go. That looks a little better. Okay. So as I was saying, the egg whites, we've taken the time to put the air in the egg whites and get them all fluffy. And so you want your pie to rise, and so you don't want to kill all that air. And so the description is to fold it in. And so what I do, I just take a spatula full, put it on top, and gently push through. So just push that down into the mixture. You're not mixing it, you're just barely pushing it through to get it mixed in. Grab a little bit more, put it in there, and do the same thing. And so you're folding it in. You're not really mixing it. It's just you're gradually folding that airy egg white into your batter. It is very liquid. It's always looked like this. So it's very airy. It's not a thick batter. There's no flour or anything. It's just sugar and pumpkin, really, to tell you the truth. A little bit of spices and egg whites. So we'll get the rest of that egg white in there and fold it in. See if you can see that. As I'm folding in the egg white, trying not to mix it. You don't want to kill your air. And you can probably see how, the level in this bowl has risen just because we've introduced those egg whites into the mix. And so this is after it's been folded in. And next thing we'll do is put it in pie shells. Now, this recipe calls for, it says it's got the ingredients to make one pie. I've always gotten at least 2 pies out of this. I did double the recipe. And so I'm expecting to get 3 to 4 pies out of this one batch. And so I'll pour in. These are deep dish pie shells. I bought them at the store. They come frozen. My bride's sort of disappointed in me a little bit because I didn't use fresh made pie shells, but we were under a little time crunch. I am going to make some more pumpkin pies later this year, and so we can have opportunity then to use some fresh pie shells, and we'll probably post a video on making those shells. But I'll put this dough or pie mixture, I guess, into the pie shells, and you can see that I've filled up one, filled up the second one. I still have some more of the pie mixture, and so I will be able to get a third pie out of this for sure. And when I cook these, they cook in a oven at 450 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then you lower the temperature to 350 degrees and cook it for an hour and a half. I have found that the shells, this decorative portion around the edge of the pie shell there, it tends to get brown a lot quicker than the pie gets done. And so for years, what I did, I would take aluminum foil and just cut off a little strip of aluminum foil and sort of shape it around the pie to help shield that, and that works. It keeps your edges of your pie shell from burning as your pie cooks. But a few years ago, my family bought me these little pie shell protectors, and so I'm going to put those on here. Put it on like it's got a little notch here, and so it just sits there and does the same thing that the aluminum foil would do. A little easier, I guess. Sometimes aluminum foil, it doesn't shape right as you put it around. It may be jabbing into your pie, and your pie will come out a little ugly, but it'll be fine. So I'm going to get these guys in the oven, and we'll come back after they're cooked. Thanks for joining me. All right, so it's been somewhere around an hour and a half, actually an hour and 40 minutes. The pie's cooked at 450 degrees for the first 10 minutes, and then 350 for the next hour and a half. So we're actually, that timer's about to go off. That's an hour and a half right there. Echo off. And so here they are, the pumpkin pies. This one looks really, really good. This is what they look like. They are not your traditional when I hear people talk about pumpkin pies, they talk about a pie that's really orange. It's this brown consistency throughout. So I don't know if you can really see that. Let me get one sort of hold it up here so you can see it a little bit better. So there you go, pumpkin pie. So I will not be slicing these today. They're actually made for a youth event that we're cooking for this weekend. So maybe next time, probably maybe Thanksgiving, I don't know. I might get to slice one so show you what it looks like from a cross section. But anyway, using pumpkins that we grow in a garden and making things out of them. That's what works for me, mostly.